What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of First Eps. We watched another brand new show, Severance, a new Apple TV exclusive. It's about the work-life balance. Can you separate yourself from your work and your playtime?
And still be balanced.
Yeah, let's talk about it. My name is Eric.
I'm Keith.
And this is First Eps. And we are back with another episode. This week we're going to talk about Severance. We watched the first episode of that. But before that, what's going on, buddy? How are you?
We're good. We're good.
Yeah. It's a Saturday night. We usually record on Sundays.
I'm a little off.
Yeah. Me too. I had a bunch of beers already.
Yeah.
It's very late.
Yeah.
And
well, by very late, it's like 10.
It's after 10.
It's after 10.
We're just getting this show on the road.
But I feel like we're back in college again. Where this is what remember when you actually didn't even go out until like midnight? You would pregame at someone's house.
Yes.
You would get there around now, chill out until about midnight, and then go somewhere.
Go out.
Yeah.
That's crazy to even think that's a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. You couldn't go out before midnight. You weren't cool.
You would not do that. Yeah. So, but you know what? I mean, it's a whole new life now because we work 9 to 5. We've got these jobs. We're not college students anymore.
What a segue.
Exactly.
So yeah, let's talk about it. That leads us into our show, Severance. So the premise we knew going into it. I don't know if you knew going into it.
No,
I knew
I
the premise was like somehow there's an idea about separating your work life from your personal life.
Yeah, when you told me the title, I thought it was like severance of a body part.
You thought it was gonna be like
like a Saw
horror,
kind of show,
yeah,
or something. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch like Saw as a miniseries.
Yeah, with Adam Scott.
Yeah,
exactly.
Weird. Yeah. I mean, and it starts out a little weird, and I was kind of scared at first of that because there's a woman who's like passed out on a table.
Yeah,
and she doesn't know where she is. And I was like, oh God, is this going to be like a Saw type movie?
It could still be.
Yeah.
It was very, very strange. So yeah, it starts out with, we're looking at like a top-down view of a woman laying on like a boardroom table.
A nice prim outfit. Very well dressed.
Very nice. And then a voice on a intercom saying, "Who are you?"
Soothing voice.
Yeah. And it was Adam Scott's meek, soothing voice.
Did you know that in the beginning? I didn't know who
I
that
did.
was. You did.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I'm good with voices.
You are. That's true.
So now he goes into a survey. He's asking her to survey. Like I got 5 questions, and she's like, "Where the fuck am I? Get me out of here!" Freaking out.
And then he like stops. I understand you're irritated.
Yeah.
Let us answer the 5 questions. And you're like, what?
So the questions are like, who are you? Where are you? Like that sort of thing. And she doesn't know the answers.
Yep. She knows nothing.
And he bursts in and says, "You've got a perfect score." Title card.
Yep.
Severance. Very severe title card. Just like simple, to the point. And then it cuts to Adam Scott like crying in his car.
Yes. Right.
So, some sort of a time thing has happened. We don't know what's going on. Turns out we went back in the past to the start of his workday.
Yes, to earlier that day.
Yeah, and he's crying in his car, and he's going into work. And we see it's like a high, secure place. He's got to swap out all this stuff. Go in, and then as soon as he goes in the elevator goes down, and it dings, and like, he had like this really like mopey, like sad face on, like you said. He was just crying.
Yeah. And
then all of a sudden it dings, and then he's like, his persona changes.
Yeah.
And he becomes like, I don't know, a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, more like businessy, but not unpleasant, not drone like.
Yeah, but you could just, you see it in his face where it's like that mopey sadness is gone, and now he's just like, let's get to work, baby.
Yep.
So yeah, we then it's like a 5-minute scene of him just walking through this maze.
Literally 5 minutes.
Yeah.
With like the opening theme song, "The Love Boat."
It was
playing the entire
some
time.
super funky song, and he's just walking through the hallways, and it's like one long take of him just walking through like this ridiculous maze of hallways.
Yeah, stark white, shiny. I think shiny walls. The whole look to the entire show, from the font to the aesthetic, both inside and out, is very like 70s.
Yeah,
stark.
for sure. There's a lot
cool
of those,
looking.
like 70s colors and stuff too. You see, but especially then when they sit down. So then he gets into his office and they sit down at their desks, and it's like these super old looking like computers, like CRT monitors, and like just like really old looking things. So I have no idea what they're doing, but he's there. He's got two other people. His coworker Zach Cherry. You know him if you've seen him. Funny, you know, he's like the heavier, funny guy. Okay. And then John Turturro are his coworkers. Okay. And it's just the three of those in there. You know, and they're just talking, shooting the shit, and then he's got to go meet the boss. We see that the boss is Patricia Arquette.
Yes. Yep. And he finds out that one of his friends is not there. There was someone in the office. There were four of them.
Yeah.
One of them was not there.
Yeah, his best work friend, Petey, was let go, and now Adam Scott is getting Petey's job. It's a promotion.
Right.
He's going to be running the show. Mm-hmm. And then we see the scene that we saw at the beginning.
Yes.
But now from Adam Scott's perspective, where he's asking these questions.
That was cool.
He doesn't really know what he's doing. He's kind of like, he just was just thrown into this situation.
He's got one of those books that is like,
a script.
Yes. Almost like a choose your own adventure. So.
Yes, exactly. If she says this, flip to page 23.
Yes. Which he literally, and then we realized why he was taking so much time when she was answering the questions, because he was looking to see if there was like, if that path that she was taking was accounted for in his book.
Yeah.
It was really kind of interesting.
It was. And then like he did it wrong, so he like just went into the room to try to salvage the situation. I don't know if he was supposed to go into the room. I kind of felt like he was going outside the box.
It seemed like he did it a couple of times.
Yeah. So he's trying to calm down this woman. We do find out through this conversation that she got a job at this place. This is maybe, you know...
Did they call her an intern or something behind the scene? What did they call her?
I don't even know.
New hire? I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, her name was Helly. Loved her name.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
Helly R. But yeah, she got this job, and they have to separate. Part of getting the job is undergoing this severance. It's a surgical procedure to separate your work memories from your personal memories.
Yep. Okay. Right.
And you know, she was just like, I don't want it, let me go. And then like, but just shit happened, and she really couldn't leave.
No, she couldn't leave. She tried to walk out the door, turned back around again, and it was just like, yeah. I was like, oh God, all right.
Yeah, it was weird. The whole thing was very, very strange, and we still really don't know much of what happened.
I was still confused as how to approach that. Like, I think if I were Adam Scott's character, I would have been like, you know, you're only here until 5. So I know this is really awkward now, but we are going to get out of here. And then, like, he kind of says it at the end but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe that's part of it, is trying to like haze them.
But then, well, even then though, the next day, like, she'd have to, like, it's not like, she'd still be having to come back, and like then she'd be panicked. You can't just keep pushing it off for the next day. You have to like orient her into the situation, because it's not like
she would never come back the next day. That's true.
Yeah, so I don't know. She would, because she wouldn't remember what happened at work.
So that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, so at work that day, she remembers nothing. So it's like a blank slate.
Yeah. She only remembers it while she's in the building.
So for some reason, when she gets up there, but your memories every day from that first day progress.
Yeah,
like, so she goes in tomorrow. She'll remember what she was working on tomorrow. Okay,
exactly.
It's just
but
like
only
a fresh start there.
Her work persona.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so they sit her down in front of they like wheel out the TV.
You know, I love that.
The old stand
thing
from high school.
It reminded me of Being John Malkovich on the 6.5 floor, whatever that was, when like they had a little they rolled that out too. It's also an employee orientation. Oh, they're the best. Oh, I love this. This is when I'm like, this show is great.
So yeah, and it basically explains to her what happened about the surgery and all that stuff. And then we see Mark, Adam Scott's character, at home after this. Like, you know, he gets out of work. There's actually like a note on his car, kind of explaining like a situation that happened. He got a cut on his head, and there's a note on his car.
The only blood of the episode.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wasn't
too bad.
But basically telling him and lying to him about what happened, why he got this cut on his head. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. And then,
You'll have to tune in to see what actually happened.
Yeah, so and then it's just him, again, moping around his house.
Oh, his life outside of work, I have to say, is just as odd as his inside work. There was a very I don't know if you wanted to talk about that, but there was a very strange scene.
Which scene?
When they went to like his sister's house for dinner.
Oh yes, yeah. So his sister comes and like gets him. Turns out like
she seems real normal.
She
super
seems great.
Cool.
Yeah. Turns out his like wife passed at some point, which is why they don't lead us, give us much information. We're kind of just led to figure out what it was.
Yeah.
That maybe he took this job because of that.
Yeah.
To try to I don't know, he's sad.
Yeah, and I kept thinking, like, why would you go back to work if you didn't know what was going on there, and you have these, like, because you kind of see that he's kind of doubting it, and everybody kind of seems to be judging him for being a part of this world. I'm like, why would you do something? But then they kind of hint that he's kind of really sad, and he goes there to actually forget about it. So actually, for him, it might be a boon because he doesn't have to dwell in the sadness, which I can kind of see that if you have...
He's probably making big bucks, dude.
You would have to make big... Well, how much money would you have to take for this?
I don't know. It's $23,000.
I was going to... I was going to say 100,000. I thought I wasn't asking for much, but man, you really just throw yourself right out there.
But yeah, so this scene that you're mentioning, so they go, his sister takes him to her house. She's like, you got to get out of the house. So like, let's go to this thing. And it was like a dinner party, but with no food.
Yes.
So they all sat around a table with like place settings.
Yeah. Yeah, and talked really strangely.
Yeah, they were like really like intelligent, intellectual people having an intellectual conversation.
Right,
like,
but about nothing. That was what was so interesting.
An example would be like, so the one character, they're explaining, they're due to have a child, and they're explaining why there's a large full-size bed, a race car bed, and a crib. It's so the child can make the decision when they progress to the next one. That's the type of people these people were. And also the type of people that would have like
a dinner party
without food.
So that way you can focus on the actual, the conversation.
Yeah. But that's the point you're talking about. They're kind of giving them shit for undergoing this procedure. Like,
some of them were.
Like, like really? Like,
there's ethical dilemmas with that.
Moral problems, blah, blah, blah. Then later that night we see Adam Scott's looking out the window. He sees like a businessman in the yard.
Yes.
And it's like, there's a businessman in the yard.
What? Yeah.
But it gets all weird, like at that point, like lights flash and shit like that.
Yeah, like it was like a flashback to Archive 81 for me.
It was. It really did look like that. And then next scene, Adam Scott's in a restaurant, and this businessman comes in there. Come to find out, it's his old best friend from work, Petey, who got fired, and shit is not as it seems. And that's basically where we leave off.
That the things they're working on need to be remembered and need to be, I guess, it's too much to handle, and they don't want to work there anymore.
Yeah, but they can't figure out a way out.
Yes, yeah. So Petey told him that this is what's happening. Do we believe him or not? I don't know. Do we believe who Petey is? I wanted to ask you, how did Petey know he was going to be there?
He maybe was following him.
Okay, you don't think he put that note on the door somehow and knew what was going on in the window?
I don't know.
Like as an entrapment issue. And is he working with her?
Patricia Arquette?
Yes.
No, I don't know. Who knows? There's
something's going on.
So many unanswered questions.
Yeah. My mind is blown. If you've ever watched like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, or or being John Malkovich, where you're not quite sure what's happening, that's what the show is like. So if you're into that, I think this would be a slam dunk for people.
Yeah, and I got like Black Mirror vibes.
Black Mirror,
too.
Yes.
Because definitely it's
a little bit off-putting and there's a lot of tension in it, but also kind of funny in a strange way too.
There was some laughs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely it was very interesting.
Yeah.
We'll give our review in a second. I want to talk about workplace TV shows. Okay. Now this is the workplace TV show because it's like it's about work and separating yourself from.
Wait, this is the. I mean, I would think The Office is the.
Nope, that one. No.
This is the new. This is the new. All right.
The Office.
We're putting it out there right now. First Steps exclusive. You're here to hear first. That's right.
But yeah, this is I don't know. It's just the way it is. It's like it's very much about like this is about work and it's work staying here. Dude, Pam got to go home and get married and remember
That's true.
all the people. Dude, all the people at Pam
They
and
showed
Jim's
up.
wedding.
From the office.
From the office.
Exactly.
Dude.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No work-life balance.
None at all. Absolutely not.
No severance.
They literally, like, Pam's only friends were the people that were from the show. Now that I think about it.
And in fact, actually, are you sure that it wasn't like this? Because we only really ever saw them there.
Yes.
Maybe that is.
Maybe this was a reverse situation where they were just always at work.
Damn.
Oh, man.
The Office has got a hell of a lot deeper.
We got to write this. Like
The
fanfic.
multiverse.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll get like a whiteboard and like red
Strings and photographs and thumbtacks. And yeah, get all the connections together between like Kelly and Toby and
I think like Pam did have some like sisters and shit at her and like as her bridesmaids. I don't know if she had any friends. I don't remember.
I don't know. Jennifer Aniston was her sister. No. I
don't think so.
think you're like,
I don't think that was a different show. That
Reese
was
Witherspoon.
That was Friends.
Yeah. All right, so The Office, obviously, getting back to what you would ask me to do.
I mean,
I think of that as being a key one.
Yeah, that is probably the best workplace like show. Now, there's a lot of different types of workplace. So there's, I mean, workplace comedies are like the big one. You know, everybody wants to laugh about the work situations.
It's terrible. We all know.
And then there's like you got your police shows.
Yep, I was thinking about those, like the ER types.
ER, yep, your medical
Grey's
shows.
Anatomy.
Yeah, so my favorites, I include The Office.
Okay,
absolutely.
That's on my list.
It's the best one.
Yeah, it's so funny.
But then you got the other two, like Parks and Rec and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which are also in that category. Which,
yeah.
You know, I might put
maybe them all together anyway.
In there. Yeah. Another one of my favorites, Workaholics.
Oh, that's a great one.
Work in the title.
That's a good one. I forgot about them.
Yeah.
I on that same vein, I have what do I have here? It's Always Sunny. That's it.
I wondered if that was one, like, because I mean, technically they're at work. I feel like they don't do any work.
No, like every episode, I feel like they're almost always at Patty's Pub. Yeah. And I wasn't sure if this was a legal one to put in the genre.
I think
or not.
let's Counselor. Okay. Yep. He says
all right. Yes. All right. I mean, it's certainly not a slam dunk like The Office is in terms of revolving around it, because they do get in hijinks outside.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that one is like cut and dry. Like that one is just about
The Office.
Work. Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel about one of the other ones that I have as a favorite, Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's his job. It's at work. He's a coach of a.
But that's funny to think about because it is like a sports team. So yeah. But that makes that. I have Bob's Burgers too.
Me too. I have
Did
Bob's
you?
Burgers. Yeah, that's a perfect one.
I looked at that. I was looking up other work things, and I saw that on there. I'm like, yes, because I love that show. And yeah, I mean, that one mostly again revolves around, pretty much the burger business, and again the family. But they're again, I think every episode they're
they're at least once. Yeah, I think, and that's that's part of the rules.
Yeah,
at least once they have to show up at the work.
Yep.
Now I don't know if that happens all the time in Workaholics, but
they're friends from work too.
Yeah, exactly.
I think.
It's got work in the title. Counts.
Oh, 100%. Oh, Counselor?
Counselor. How do you say? Okay, he agrees. It's counted.
Why are we asking the counselor about that?
Counselor? Why are we asking you?
Is it counsel or counselor, like Counselor Troy? Oh, yeah, that's right, from Star Trek. Yeah, you knew I was going to try to get
she's
that
over
in.
there. We got
she's here.
Deanna Troy in the corner.
Well, that's a workplace one, too, and she's here. Yeah.
Deanna Troy in the corner. Deanna Troy in the spotlight, leading this podcast.
It's so weird.
Yeah, so you have that on your list.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's the
last one. I knew you were going to have that one.
I mean, because it counts, right? Doesn't Star Trek: The Next Generation count? I've tried to fit it in every list.
You do.
Conscious effort.
Absolutely. You're like, if there was a horror episode, it's a horror series.
Yeah, but they're working, right? They get paid for Starfleet. They're on a ship the entire time, pretty much.
Do they get
always
paid?
at work?
How much do you think they get paid?
Like, I don't know.
70 Belmlips? That's what the currency is in the future.
That's the international currency, or the intergalactic currency.
Yeah.
Belmnips. I thought they got paid over 100 Belmnips.
Wow, that's big money.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, do you think? I mean, they put them up. Maybe it's like more of like a military type situation.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they don't get paid?
No, they get paid, but like, it's not like some like lucrative career. I don't even know how military stuff works. Some of that, I guess, could be pretty lucrative.
Is it?
Counselor?
I feel like you have to like bargain for cigarettes in the military. Don't you go to the
That's
canteen?
jail. That's jail. You're thinking of.
Right. I guess I'm thinking the canteen is not the same thing, right? When you go down and like it's like where do you go in? Isn't there like a place you go to like buy stuff in the military bases?
Commissary.
That's it.
Yeah, also jail.
No, maybe it's the canteen then, not the commissary. I don't know.
All right,
you can see how much. Yeah, I've been in that world. Anyway, yeah.
You've been in jail quite a bit. Military only once, surprisingly, until they asked, and you told.
I told, and then I was in jail. Oh lordy! All right,
another one I have, Tacoma FD. You've probably never heard of this one. It's a little known comedy about firefighters. It's from the dudes that did like Super Troopers, like the Broken Lizard guys, a couple of those, and it's so like ridiculous. It's definitely like a guilty pleasure show that we like to watch. It's really just absurd, and it's I don't even know what channel it's on.
So it's
on HBO Max. If you want to check it out, but cool. It's funny. It's very funny.
Nice. What was it called again? Tacoma what?
Tacoma FD.
FD. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. All right. Nice.
And then another one I have, Castle. You ever watched that one?
Wait.
That was Nathan Fillion was a writer.
I was thinking Bones.
Oh yeah, similar.
Okay.
And he like tagged along. It was like a cop show.
Yeah.
And he tagged along with a detective, basically like initially like trying to write stories about this detective, but then it like became so much more.
Ooh, nice. All right. Yeah.
Some honorable mentions I put down here.
Wow, how many do we have on this list?
These are not all mine. These are just ones I figured we got to mention. All right. So, Reno 911.
Oh, that's a great one.
Great.
Yeah, I forgot about that show. Yeah.
You got your hospital shows, ER.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy. Yep. Scrubs.
Sure.
And then like Nurse Jackie, which
I forgot about that one. Yeah. That one was critically acclaimed. I don't remember watching that. Yeah.
Billions. Okay. That was on a lot of lists. I don't know what that is. Mad Men.
Sure.
I've never seen Mad Men.
Me neither.
Really? We shouldn't be admitting these things, you know? That's like...
Well, before like First Steps. We didn't watch it. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
30 Rock.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense.
West Wing.
Sure.
Ally McBeal. I know you're a big fan of that one.
McBeal.
You tuned in every week to see that little dancing baby.
God.
Veep.
I was going to say, when you said West Wing, you remember me. Yeah. Like, Veep would probably count then.
Cheers.
Okay. I guess so. It depends who the character was. Because some of them worked there, some of them were customers. So if you took like Norm's point of view, that was certainly not his job.
Not his job. Yeah, or like Cliff, he was a mailman.
Exactly. Yeah. Lilith.
Lilith? Oh yeah, Lilith.
Wasn't that someone's wife?
Yeah, Frasier's wife, wasn't it? Which I guess Frasier could be a show, a workplace show, because that's at their
they did have quite a bit of
radio
thing.
And then Superstore. Have you ever watched Superstore?
No.
That was one
like it's about Walmart, right? Kind of like that kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and that was like Liz and I watched it for our. It was like our quarantine show.
Oh, yeah.
We watched the entire series like.
Oh, really?
Within a couple of
months. So it's done.
Yeah.
It's not something made.
Yeah,
okay.
it's done. But it was a lot of fun. That one had a lot of great characters that you really like enjoyed, and it was just like a ridiculous like Walmart type situation.
What is it on?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, I'll look into that one.
Maybe like Peacock.
Oh, that's one I don't know. The one I got rid of.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's obviously a huge genre that goes across all different types. Star Trek shows, fireman shows.
I mean, these ones are always, I feel like, I don't know. I can kind of see this as being divisive because for some of the ones like ER and that kind of stuff, like, I've got a background in medical, so I didn't really want to watch any of those because it kind of felt like I was still in a hospital.
Yeah.
And so I just wonder, like, if the other ones suffer from that too. Like, if the cop shows, the cops don't want, like, if there's people that don't watch those.
That's true. I think a lot of it would be that people want to watch those just to be like, yeah, I know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Like, The Office definitely, I feel like, was generic enough that anybody can connect to it.
I think, like, I spent a lot of time working in retail, and what that Superstore show, I totally was like,
you didn't feel like you're back in like the dregs of working there at like Circuit City?
No, because I had moved on, I think maybe.
Okay.
I wasn't in it at the moment.
Yeah.
But like, It's Always Sunny. I'm always at bars, exactly. I fit right in. It's a little scary.
Exactly. All right, I buy it, yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely a lot of great shows. And I mean, a ton that we didn't even mention that are really popular. I just don't know. Like I know like the IT crowd is like everybody loves that.
Silicon Valley, I'll just say that.
Yeah, Silicon Valley. I watched like one episode of the IT crowd, and I was like, I get it, but like it's maybe not right now. It's a little dated. It's an older show.
I mean, I don't really feel that way about like computer. It's not my thing. That's why I never got into. What's the one that was really big too for a while? They were all kind of nerds. Had a bad laugh track.
Oh, Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
That was just computer nerds.
Okay.
I don't think that was at a work thing. I really don't know.
Something about that stuff just doesn't interest me.
Yeah, you just see yourself too much.
It's too much. Yeah, you see, that's it again. I can't tune into that. If I watch it's not. I don't want to look in a mirror when I'm watching TV.
Exactly. You want to look at some.
What do I want to look at?
Some ugly, dumb people.
Yes, that's what I want.
Not like a mirror of handsome, intelligent people.
Absolutely. You see, wow, Wink. You get me. Yeah, you get me.
All right,
Severance.
Let's get back to Severance. Let's give our reviews of the first episode. So I just want to go back. So the show is directed by Ben Stiller.
Is it really?
I know. I didn't want to mention that at the beginning.
That's my favorite thing Ben Stiller's ever done.
This is why I didn't mention it, because you would have been like immediately like,
thank God he wasn't in it.
Shit. Yeah.
But now I'm going to see him in Adam Scott's character, because you know that was written for Ben Stiller.
Yeah. He did like a Woody Allen thing. He wrote himself into.
Come on.
Yeah.
This guy's full of himself, too.
So it's going to be 9 episodes released weekly. There's 2 episodes out right now. We only watched the first one. But yeah, what is your what's your rating on this bad boy?
So it felt like a movie.
It did.
In both the good and the bad ways. Like it kind of felt a little long sometimes.
The pacing was weird.
Yeah.
And I think that was on purpose.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be, I don't know, like that hallway scene.
Yeah. That one had to be on purpose, because it was...
Yeah.
It had to be a minute and a half of him walking down the hallway.
And I think it is trying to separate, like, the way, I don't know, maybe like have the viewer separate their feelings about like the situations, the work situation versus the outside. I don't know. It was definitely it seemed like definitely strange tonally and that sort of thing, and the pacing.
Yeah,
but it did feel long.
Yeah. But I mean, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I had no idea what to expect, and I found myself really drawn to it. In fact, I was saying that my phone was not with me, and I didn't even think to look at it because I was so busy watching.
And we need to say that this is a big moment for
that doesn't
for
happen.
Keith. No, it very rarely happens. So.
Like in the Gilded Age, I was looking at my phone almost the entire episode.
Yeah,
but
and
I still liked
that
it.
show.
I did. Yeah.
So.
You're
a binger?
I'm going to say a solid watch, but I really did. I did like it a lot.
I agree. Like I think it was a little heavy, and the pacing was slow to really make it a binge. But I would definitely think it's worth watching. And I am looking forward to seeing the next episode. But yeah, being that it was an hour and slow and stuff like that, there are questions that are left unanswered that I really want to know the answers to. But I think it would have to wait for another time, you know, so it wouldn't be like something I'd jump right back into.
Yeah, so. I mean, it's kind of fun because I feel like the show gives you a lot. It had a lot of, for something that's based on a very stark office where you're cut off, it had a lot of gravity to make me want to keep thinking about it. I don't know. It's odd. Like the whole story is in a way that it feels like a puzzle. So even though there wasn't really a lot going on, it also kind of made me feel like I want to know more about the secrets that I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very intriguing. It's a very intriguing show.
It is. And there's a lot more puzzle pieces that we purposely left out of this conversation that to avoid like big spoilers or anything.
Sure.
But it's I mean there's so much happening where I'm like, wait a minute, what the H?
Yeah.
I say H too, because we don't, you know.
We're
toning things down.
They came down on us last night. Yeah,
they came at us like
that cease and
desist. Like Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Dang it. Yeah, dang it.
Yeah, dang it all the heck, you two.
Hockey sticks.
All right,
yeah.
Let's end this. Let's go drink some more beers.
You can never have too many beers.
Yeah, Saturday night, party time.
Ooh, it's about 10:30 right now, and I'm feeling good.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much for watching, listening, wherever you,
wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
What is that song we were just talking about? Fievel? Yeah.
Somewhere.
That's it. Under the rainbow.
There.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, American Tail. Five Goes West. Two of the greatest movies ever made.
Not based in an office.
No, separate things. But yes, if you are if you're looking to watch this program, you can check us out on YouTube, Pop Culture Playground. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok as First Eps Podcast. Check us out there. And anywhere podcasts are available, you can listen to the audio version. If you are listening to it from Apple or Spotify, give us a big 5-star review.
5. Yep.
And yeah, that's all I got to say. You got anything else to add?
Absolutely not. Have a great night.
Let's get out of here. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
The Tittering Biddies. Yeah. Maybe we should change our name.
The name of...
We've got what's up, everybody? We've got a special announcement coming up.
First Eps Podcast is now the
Tittering Biddies.